This is the driver's side door on the 65, painted and ready to be put back together. Turned out pretty well. So now I've got a division bar assembly, some other parts that I'm going to install, and hopefully that'll help anybody that might have any issues. Got actually new rubber on the vent window. Ended up repainting the window channel. I sandblasted it off and repainted that. Gonna reuse the old door latch and door latch control. The window regulator I also had sandblasted and painted. Everything I end up painting, I pack it away, just kind of keep it fresh. Turned out pretty nice. Looks almost new. All right, well, the first thing I'm going to do is stick the window in. So this is the original piece out of the door that I sandblasted as well and painted. Basically, it goes onto the door. 3 screws hold it in, and that's what that door glass run, that felt door glass run, which is right here. That's what it attaches to. So that's going in next. Alright, so that is in. I've got the screws not tightened. They're fairly loose. I don't want to tighten anything down until I've got the exact fit. So the next piece I'm going to do is the division bar. This particular build, I wish I could have got this in black like the original. I'm trying to do away with as much chrome as possible, but I'll have to address that later. Now this division bar is probably, to me, the hardest part as far as putting this thing back together. Taking it out and putting it in, you just got to make sure that that end goes all the way up inside, and if you're not still able to get it and where this end drops down, then it's not as far as it can go, and you just got to keep trying. So I'm gonna start it, and then as I get it in, I'll go from there. I don't have a camera stand. I can't do it and record, so that's why I keep stopping. So here I've got it basically right there, and all I do is I found the little sweet spot. You push it a little bit further, and there it goes inside. So it can be done. Okay, so I took this division bar out because I forgot there was one thing that I did the last restoration. When I bought these from LMC, this particular square nut is not the same size as the original square nut. So what I had done was I opened it up, opened that one up, and just swapped. This one looks like it's like a 10/32 maybe, and this one I think is like a 6/32. So there is a difference, and so I just switch them over, and then I'll put it right back in. So on this next step, I'm going to take and start putting in the vent mirror. That little hole right there, I'm going to drill through. That way I won't have to fight it once I get it put in with the screw. Alright, so take your time sliding this in, kind of pull your division bar out of the way. Sometimes it feels like everything's binding up, but just take your time and you will get it to where it'll just slip right in. I found it easier to have obviously the window in the closed position, and now I've just got these screws here to put in. Open the window, I can put the division bar back, attach the screw to that square nut that I replaced, and then there's these two screws here, and then inside we got the 2 nuts and bolts that hold it in place. So one thing I haven't done quite yet on all of my screws is paint them. Like I said, I'm trying to black everything out instead of having the chrome. So what I recommend doing, aluminum, these door screws and whatnot, those are aluminum. Some of them are the zinc, but clean them up and then use adhesion promotion on it. And this VHT epoxy paint is phenomenal. I love that stuff. It doesn't even even need a primer really. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do right now. One other thing I'm going to do is this particular truck was a standard cab, and it didn't have door or armrests. So what I'm going to do is install some black ones. So I'm going to mark holes, drill, and install. Alright, so I got the location that I want, marked it with a Sharpie, one of them, because I want to make sure the one hole's good. Then I can make sure that armrest is straight. So I've already got one marked. I'll drill it out with a pilot bit, then I will increase the size to like I don't know, probably a 9/32, a little above a quarter. I'm going to use 1/4-20s. Alright, so I got one hole drilled. I got a 1/4-20 that I'll put in. I'm going to tighten it down just a little bit, not real tight, but just enough to keep it steady. I can mark the other hole exactly where I want it and drill that one out. Alright, well, the holes are cut, and I'm going to take these stainless, I'm going to rough them up on the ends and blacken those as well. Okay, so back to the division bar. I've got the screw, one of the screws on, and I've also got them on the vent window screwed in. So the last ones that I need to do is the one that is here, and then the 2 that go on the inside. Alright, so the next part I'm going to do, the door glass run here, I'm going to start putting that in. This little tab here sits right on the inside. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me grab a light. Basically sits up on that deal up there, and then the bottom of it rests right there. Well, I measured this. This thing is a little bit longer. I don't know if they use this same window channel for another vehicle, but I have to cut off about 3.5 inches for that to fit in there. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to actually stop this video because it's taking up so much battery life. So I'll do a part 2 and pick up where I left.